to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The Weissman Group has got to go.
Good morning, USC.
The Weissman Group has got to go.
Do you think it's so cool that the USC administration spends your tuition dollars to pay the Weissman Group, a union-busting firm, to prevent the USC hospital workers who provide health care services for you from getting fair wages from having a union election, which you're actually allowed to do legally? Boo! Boo, USC administration! Not cool. Hey, hey, ho, ho! Union busting's got to go. Hey, hey,
Ho, ho. Union busting's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Union busting's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Union busting's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Union busting's got to go.
hey, hey, ho, ho! Union busting's got to go. People, good people of USC, let the USC administration know that it is not okay to spend your tuition money to pay a union-busting firm in the middle of a budget crisis where wages are frozen, services are being cut, program budgets are being cut, and they're spending our money on them.
By outsourcing them to independent contractors. And these independent contractors consistently attempted to bust the unions and to destroy the worker morale. For example, they would hire workers who had great seniority. They would fire people who tried to unionize. They would try to bring in new workers at very, very low wages. The university was entirely complicit in this. And in fact, in 1995, when the food service workers' contract came up for renewal, the university refused to sign it and insisted that they insert a clause giving them the right to subcontract whatever labor they wanted to, whenever they wanted to. So this was essentially a union busting tactic, and I thought that was really disgusting. I, for one, very much want people who consider my food to have decent health care. We did the same kind of thing with the janitors, and in the late 1990s there were a series of struggles, strikes, protests, sit-downs, and even a fast. This little thing around my neck says, hungry for justice at USC, class for justice at USC. And that was an occasion when students joined with the workers and fasted for several weeks in order to draw attention to the university's union, anti-union policies. So these struggles went on for several years, and eventually the food service workers and the janitors were able to unify and unionize successfully. There was a little bit of faculty support for it, but not very much. And all the useful support came from the students. And so you guys are now in the position to help the people who are most at risk in our community. And it's your actions and your support that the health service workers most need. I'm very proud to be associated with you. Thank you very much.
So we're part of a group of concerned students and faculty members. We are here today specifically to address the fact that the USC administration is retaining the services of the Weissman Group to bust the USC hospital workers union. And we're deeply concerned about that. In this time of budget cuts, they're slashing programs, there's just like rhetoric and restructuring. We don't understand why they're spending like hundreds and thousands to millions of dollars paying for a union busting group instead of paying people living wages and funding like educational programs. And we also are here as students and faculty to say that we think that union busting, like the act of union busting is pedagogy, and it's horrible pedagogy at an institution of so-called higher education. It is a horrible
And if you're giving students money, students should have a say in it. So, Max Nikias, we went to the hospital a couple weeks ago and we really need a response. So, I mean, is his office back here? Even just a couple words, we'd like to know why.
You know what? I appreciate you coming. And did you want to leave some literature?
You want to do the petition?
Well, we actually have a petition that's been signed by.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and here's a letter from 10 student orgs.
Beautiful.
Just letting work know against his
Thank you so much.
When can we expect to hear back?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
When can we expect to hear back?
Is there a reply here?
Yeah.
So we'll get back to you.
I think she asked you when.
You just showed up for us. We'll just show up for you, okay?
Okay, then we gotta see if we don't get back.
All right. Sounds
Okay,
good.
but
Thank
like-
you so much.
Oh, wait, well,
I'd like
actually-
to know, like, there's mostly a union election schedule that uses hospital, like, are delayed,
Yeah.
and, you know, everyone's waiting to hear publicly when that's gonna be scheduled for, so we don't just want, like, you know, a knowledge of the UBC of the letter, but there's some real concerns that need to be addressed.
I understand that, and you've just arrived for us, and we will respond in kind. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
but
not,
you
we're
have more-
unprepared.
You have more speech power than just respond in kind. You could issue a press release, you could issue a
Right
public
now?
statement.
We gave about 2.5 weeks
And
to
like
respond,
2
with no
weeks.
response.
You could issue a press release that USC does not support any sort of union busting activities, and that wouldn't.
Well, thank you. Well, we'll review the literature. Thank
There's
you very
another
much.
thing, this is signed from 15 student groups, so we're also going to read this. Would you like to start it off, and we'll go around a couple of people?
We are writing to let you know that we have learned about the upcoming union election and are disappointed to learn that our tuition dollars are being spent on interfering with workers' rights.
We're going to read it loudly too in case he's here so you can hear it. We're not interested in entertaining any defenses or arguments that the expensive contracted lawyers and professional union busters are and will be fabricating. As students, it is infuriating to observe how USC publicly displays itself to parents and potential students as progressive and idealistic while our administrators are engaging in this type of behavior. Action means more than words, and as students, we are becoming disillusioned with your public displays and seemingly meaningless classroom lectures on concepts such as self-determination. This is a university, not a business, even if your belief is that pursuit of profits outweigh education and morals. If USC is to continue gaining recognition as a top university, you should consider when profits begin to infringe upon education, reputation, and student unrest.
Some of us have recently become aware that USC has hired Weissman Group, a high-priced union-busting consulting firm. Sugarcoating their work will not diminish accusations about TWG and the tactics they use. We do not spend money, take loans, and incur debts so that workers will be mistreated. Spending our money to interfere with the choices and lives of employees of USC must stop. Threatening the contentment and performance of hospital workers also questions
Excuse
how
me,
you
we have
value
phone calls to
the
take. You're gonna have to
seeking
move
services
outside.
at the hospital.
Excuse me, you're going to have to leave.
No, we took you later.
Excuse me, excuse me. We're trying
Until
to.
TWG is off our
Excuse me,
campus,
please
and any
leave
USC
the office.
facility,
Please
we will stand
leave
with the workers
the office.
until they leave, and until the workers have freedom.
TWG out of SC! TWG out of SC! TWG out of SC! TWG out of SC! TWG out of SC!
TWG out of SC! TWG out of SC! TWG out of SC! Union busting!
I know, I was like, I hope you can see what we said today.
Okay, I got.